was a good intro. I'm pretty proud of that one. Forgive my awkwardness in front of camera. I don't know what it is about making videos like this. I've been wanting to do tutorial videos. Every time I set up the camera, I just become the most awkward mess you've ever seen. There's a reason for this video, and it's not to look at my not great beard that doesn't connect in the middle. It is because I want to talk about this bad boy. Boom, bloom, 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 bloom. Today I want to talk about the new GoPro Hero 9 because I have been so impressed recently with how this little camera that is barely the size of my eye, okay, it's a lot bigger than my eye, but it's not as big as my face. But it's a very small camera anyway, and I've been taking it out and filming some of my recent adventure and hiking vlogs, and I have just been absolutely blown away with this new GoPro. I had one of the earlier GoPros, GoPro Hero 5, and I just recently made the update to the newer GoPro just because I needed more of an action camera for wild swimming, stuff like that. But what it's become now is my main camera. The GoPro Hero 9, quality wise, is phenomenal. It's unbelievable. It's actually blown me away, and hopefully you can see from the videos that I'm showing now that I really mean it when I say this camera performs excellently. Now quickly, before I go into all the reasons why I really like the GoPro Hero 9, and for those looking to make action, adventure or hiking vlogs, it's pretty much the perfect camera out there that I've found anyway. But before I get into all that, I want to say the only negative side that I've found with this camera, which is low light. Now that is going to be the case for most small cameras because they got a small sensor, but it does perform not great at all in low light. So those sort of just before sunrise or a little bit after sunset sort of shots, then you're not going to be able to see too much, or it's going to be quite grainy. But other than that, if you get good enough lighting conditions or just okay lighting conditions, it performs amazingly. And so I want to talk a bit about why I recommend this GoPro out of my own experience of going out and filming these adventure films, just the reason why it's become my main camera. And so let's talk about it. So I mean, number one reason why I love the GoPro, and this kind of goes throughout all the generation of GoPros, this isn't specific to this GoPro, but I guess there is a certain specific aspect with the more newer GoPros that I really like extra. I should probably just say what it is instead of talking all this. I really like that the GoPro is waterproof, shockproof, weatherproof. When you're out there filming your adventures, it is wonderful to know that no matter what the weather throws at you, because up in a mountain the weather can throw some pretty extreme stuff, just to know that your camera's gonna be okay. I before was filming on a mirrorless Sony camera, a little handheld one. Because of this, it wasn't weatherproof, and so I always had to check the weather. It really limited when I could film. But with the GoPro, I can just go out any day of the week. As long as I've got good waterproofs, I'm not gonna get wet. I know the GoPro is gonna be fine. So I know through rain, snow, dipped in water, dipped in a bucket of ketchup, this camera is gonna be awesome. So that has been such a huge thing. It's a big relief when you're out there filming that you don't have to worry. You don't always have to be putting things in waterproof bags and whatnot. You've just got this one camera that can deal with every condition. It's so handy. And when it comes to adventure filmmaking, that's what you want. You want a handy camera that you can take out, and with one button, no matter where you are, you can get the shot, because adventures can take you to some wild places, and really all of a sudden these shots can appear that you need, and you want a camera that can perform under that sort of adventurous pressure, so to speak. And the GoPro, I have found, has done that the best out of any camera I've ever owned, and especially this GoPro can do it with such great quality as well. I'm filming with 4K 30 frames, or doubling that up to 60 frames when I want a bit more slow motion, and I found that it is absolutely beautiful. I scale it down to 1080p usually for my YouTube videos, but even so, it just holds an extra sharpness that I've never seen from a GoPro before, and that is one of the main reasons why it's overtook my Sony mirrorless camera, because honestly the quality difference is very, very small, and the fact that that GoPro is just far more reliable with the weather. Also, something that I really like is you can do one press recording. So even if the camera's turned off, you just press the record button, it'll turn on and start recording. That is so handy when you're filming adventures or hiking videos, because maybe you see a super cool eagle going squawk above you and you want to film that. With a normal camera, you've got to get it out, you've got to press the on button, let the thing come out, the lens or whatever, and take the lens cap off, and then you've got to hit the record button. That's probably like 5, 6, 7 seconds, but with the GoPro, it's just take it out, boop, and you've got it. For me, I've been able to capture far more shots that I would have missed. For me personally, that's the most important thing when out there filming adventures, is that I'm able to actually capture them. I'm always willing to sacrifice a bit of quality for that, because I think it's more important to get the shot. And then another thing, just going back to general GoPros, is the size. It can fit in your hand, so you can pop it in your pocket or in a little pocket here, wherever you've got a pocket, you can pop it in there. And that is so handy when you're hiking up mountains. This little light camera that performs excellent quality video, can do slow motion, can do super stabilization, and it could all fit in your pocket and weighs barely anything. That is unheard of, and that is just why this GoPro has genuinely blown my mind. I really love the inbuilt stabilization on this camera. It is really, really good. Now, it's not as good as they show in the promo videos, I must be honest. In the promo videos, it's silky, buttery smoothness, and it's not super silky, buttery smoothness. It's not gonna replace a gimbal, but it is better than any inbuilt stabilization I've ever seen on any camera. It's better than the ones on your phone, which are pretty good anyway. It's pretty close to a gimbal, and that's amazing to say considering the size of the camera, and also considering that it doesn't crop in that much. You'll barely notice any quality differentiation. I tried to use too big a word. I'm giving up on it. You can notice barely any difference in the quality from a stabilized shot to a not stabilized shot. It doesn't zoom in that much to get that stabilization, so that's amazing. Oh, real quick, I also forgot to mention, I'd recommend getting the Media Mod for your GoPro if you're gonna do vlogs, because without it, if it's windy or rainy, the mic very quickly sounds like but with the Media Mod, I've noticed that through most weather conditions, it performs amazingly. This hidden gem found at the top of one of the mountains in this valley. Now, it's not as good as most shotgun mics, but the pro to this is that it's weather resistant, so you rarely have to take it off unless you're going for a deep sea swim. And so I highly recommend the Media Mod. That's what I use to capture my vlog audio, and I think it sounds good. So I hope this was helpful to anyone out there looking to get a new action camera or looking for a camera to capture their adventures. I can't recommend it more. It's the best camera I've ever used to film my adventures, and yeah, I hope it's helpful. I hope you guys have adventures that you like, not ones you don't, because that would mean you didn't like them. I'll see you in the next video.